back, everybody. So today we're going to try Bourbon County Brand Special number 4. This is the 2020 release. Oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee and maple syrup. 13.3% ABV. Drink by September 11th, 2020. I did pick this up today. I want to say it was $24.99. I think this one was $24.99. I could be wrong. If I do find the receipt, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what we think. Good hiss. Now the store I picked this up did have one case of this, I believe. Maybe they had more, but when you walked in the door, you could turn to your right and they just had each one in a case right there, so people didn't have to walk through the store. So yeah, as far as I know, they only had one case. I'm not going to read the back. Let's go ahead and smell, taste, then we'll read the back of the label. Now, this one does have, make sure I keep the cap, this one does have a better head. Now, I've done the 2019 version, the 2020 standard version, and now I'm doing this one. So usually what I do is I cap them, then I'll put them back in the fridge. Yes, you're going to lose some carbonation if you don't drink them in a day, but there is 4 of them. I will try and drink all 4 of these today. If I don't, I'll definitely finish them tomorrow. Mocha colored head on this one, small medium bubbles, about a 1/4 finger of head. Color, it is black, a dark amber hue at the bottom. Cups are concave, so that's why that's there. It's dissipating. I was almost thinking because this was an oatmeal stout. I'm pretty sure they call this an oatmeal stout. Double oatmeal stout. Okay. Right? Yeah, no IBUs are listed. I was thinking this one might help keep the head a little bit more because of that oatmeal in there, but it's going away, so that's long lived. Let's go ahead and smell. Coffee. Dark roasted coffee with some sweetness. This is funny. I was talking to Jessica last week, or no, we did a review of a coffee stout, a nitro coffee stout. This, and we were talking about coffee coming off as like a pepper. And that's kind of what this has. Like, it's a fresh, cracked coffee bean, kind of peppery. Some sweetness, roastiness, but coffee is what I really get out of this one. Let's go ahead and taste. That chocolate, they are using roasted malts. So usually in a stout, imperial stout, double stout, whatever you want to call it, because they are using probably a little bit more roasted malts, coffee and chocolate are going to be there. But this one smells coffee. Chocolate, though, I do get some sweetness, and that could be from the chocolate that they're using, but I would go coffee. I wouldn't even say chocolate because, again, roasted malts, you're going to have chocolate and coffee. This smells like there's actually coffee beans in it. Let's go ahead and taste. First thing that came to my mind, a chocolate covered coffee bean. I think if you had a coffee bean that was lightly coated in chocolate and you bit into that thing, because you would get initial rush of sweetness, I think, from the chocolate, but then it would be like bitter coffee. And that's what this is. It's very smooth. That bourbon oak really isn't there. What other? I don't want to read the thing. Maple syrup. Again, I don't know what order these are going to be in. I've done a lot. I I know the ones out, the Rochester Mills Maple or Michigan Maple Milkshake Stout, that tasted like maple. I think maybe all you're getting in this one is the sweetness coming out. I think that coffee dominates everything. You get a little sweetness, that's why I was saying if it was like a chocolate covered coffee bean and you ate it, you would get that touch of sweetness, then that coffee bitterness would just kick in and wreck everything. I don't think that bourbon oak vanilla is there. I think whatever they did, maybe it's not aged as long in the barrel, so you're really not getting all that flavor. It is a little lower in ABV compared to the standard, so I could see it not being in the barrels as long. It is lighter in body, so I think the recipe is different because you could have a very wet barrel. It could dilute it, take down the body, but I think that would drive the ABV up a little bit. And this is a thinner body than the standard 2020 version, which makes sense. Well, no, it doesn't, because this is an oatmeal, so you would think this one would have a thicker body, because it could have a thicker body and be less in ABV. Because normally if you have two beers that are identical and one ferments lower, so the alcohol level's higher, you're going to have a thinner body because it's going to pull out that sugar. Where if the ABV was lower, you would leave more sugar in there, so the body would be thicker. And this one is thinner. So I would say the grain bill is lighter than the standard version, because that standard version is higher in ABV and it's thicker, so they had to add more. I guess that's off on a tangent. I'm going with a 4.25. I want more chocolate. Let's look at the back of this. Mocha roasted nuts, sweet maple, and a touch of blueberry. Didn't this just say it was coffee and maple syrup? Why would it have roasted nuts? That's weird. It doesn't even say coffee. I guess mocha, but blueberry? I don't get blueberry. I do like coffee. I drink my coffee black. So my guess is Untapped's going to be a little low. I'm going to be a little higher than Untapped, but mocha I could kind of see because that's a coffee. Roasted nuts, I do not get notes of roasted nuts. Sweet maple, I do not get that, and a touch of blueberry, I do not get that. So let's check Untapped. Two of my friends have checked it in, average 3.63, so that's low. 881 people have checked it in, 4.39, so that's getting up with me. Greg, not really enjoying this. It has bitterness. It has a bitterness to the coffee, no blueberry, and only slight maple, which, okay, I don't get any blueberry, but I think I'm sorry, I don't get any maple, but he's right about the blueberry. 21090 Brewing did give it a 4.25. So we are on board with that. 16 hours ago. Yeah, see, some of these people got them early. I will next year. But yeah, definitely, I would, unless, uh-oh, I lost it. Unless you're a big coffee drinker, I would probably stay away from this one. If you like blueberries, I'd probably stay away from this one. If you want to pick it up to try it, I would I don't know. That for $24.99, that's, I don't know. That's a hard one. I would probably pass. If you're not a big barrel aged person, I'd probably pass. Now, the majority of people, almost 1,000 people, have scored it over a 4.25. So you're probably good if you like beers like this. But I don't know why they put that on the back when it's an oatmeal stout. The coffee comes through. So if you like coffee, I would say probably pick one up. But if you're on the fence, I'd probably just pass. I'm glad I tried it, and if they made it next year, I'd probably pick it up again. But that is a lot of money for this. Uh-oh. But, yeah, I'm glad I tried it. Would I go back and pick up another one to age? No. I don't think it's worth it. I think the standard version, well, obviously, the standard 2020 version I would drink over this. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it down below. If you like this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.